Hey, what's up, guys? It's Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. Just a quick programming note. In the next couple of weeks and months, we're really going to put a focus on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We got several thousand subscribers. We have over 1 million views. We're uploading new videos each and every week. So we're really going to point you guys, everyone who follows the Inland Sports Show, to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. We will still post on Instagram and Twitter. We're going to post a lot of pictures, maybe some shorter videos, but we really want to put an emphasis on the YouTube channel. So here's what we need from you guys. If you haven't done so already, make sure you are subscribed to the Inland Sports YouTube channel and give us a big thumbs up when you watch our videos. We'd really appreciate it. If you've subscribed, maybe tell your teammates, other kids at school, other coaches on your coaching staff, your parents, your grandparents. We'd really appreciate the more subscribers, the better. So subscribe and give us a like. And if you want to take it even further, there's now a thanks button at the bottom as well if you'd like to take your support to the next level and make a small donation so we can continue to bring you great sports coverage here in the Inland Empire. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to the Inland Sports Show, live and amplified here at Teen Vision TV 16. My name is Pep Fernandez. We got a real big show because, well, technically football is not over yet here in the Inland Empire. We're going to check in with the RCC Tigers a little bit later on in the show. We're going to hear from the San Jacinto Tigers a little bit later in the show as well, playing for a college and high school state championship respectively. And we'll also talk some football, in that case. Cajon boys soccer coming off a tournament championship at Norte Vista. But it is the winter sports season. We will talk more soccer in the coming weeks. But right now, we're going to really hoop it up. Joining us on the show, he is the head coach of the Centennial Huskies. It is the great Josh Giles. And, Coach, listen, thank you so much for joining us on the show. And last season was just so much fun to cover you guys, to see you guys go all the way, to be so dominant, to have national recognition. What can you do this year for an encore to maybe equal that or maybe even better last season's great, historic run?
Man, I'm just hoping we can get to a point where we're kind of comparable, where we can get kind of close to where we were last year. I think we have, the potential to do it. But, I mean, obviously the bar was set pretty high last year. That was a special group. We had two really good senior leaders with Ramsey Huff and Donovan Dent. So losing those two is hard to replace. But I feel like we have the team to do it. Now it's just like, keeping them motivated to go get it again. And I feel like, so far at times that's been a little bit of a struggle. But hopefully now as we're getting into games and traveling and doing that stuff, hopefully we'll kind of get back into that a little bit where we kind of play and practice at that level every day.
Well, Coach, you just mentioned it. You did lose some good seniors, but you got McCain, you got McBride, you got Williams. I mean, those are like three of the best players in the entire country, and they're all on your team. So, the cupboard is certainly not bare. You got three great players to kind of continue what you guys built last season.
Yeah, those guys aren't bad. We're going to as long as possible. I've joked with a couple of their future coaches, having conversations with, Coach Shire and Coach Cronin is a friend. The LMU staff, they're great. I've known those guys, Coach Johnson, for a very long time. They've recruited our program for a while. And I've told all three of those guys at some point, we're going to figure out a way, college gets a COVID year. We should be able to get one in high school and maybe keep those guys for one more year.
I'm sure the college coaches are like, wait, hold on. We need those guys right now, like yesterday.
Right.
Yeah, we're talking about Duke, UCLA, LMU, three great programs. Coach, on Saturday night, you guys were on the road up in Modesto, another big win for you guys. But when you look at your schedule, going to Modesto is probably one of the more shorter trips that you guys are taking this season. Can you just talk about your schedule, all the places that you're going, and it feels like a college schedule. You're going all across the country, playing some of the best teams in the nation.
It really does. And, I feel like we're in a situation where we're, you know, people want us in their tournaments right now. And that's a great feeling to have. And I totally appreciate it. And I'm so thankful that there's some of these tournaments, these national tournaments that want us to come play in them. I feel for the program and for the players in the program, I think it would be, you know, dumb of us to not take advantage of the situation that we're in right now. And so, yeah, we've already played at Duncanville, and I know there's a lot of people that won't necessarily take that game. I'm all for it. I'm a big believer in the anyone, anytime, anywhere thing. And so, you know, you can't say those things and then, you know, like talk about wanting to be the best team and, you know, wanting to win, you know, regionals and states and CIF. You can't talk about those things if you're not challenging yourself and like actually trying to go be the best. And to be the best, you have to play and beat the best, right? So, you know, with that whole anyone, anytime, you know, mentality, you got to actually go do it. You know what I mean? And so, you know, we're trying to this year, and it, you know, we've been at Duncanville, which was, you know, unfortunately we came up just short. We had that game and kind of gave it away, which is something that we don't normally do. You know, at Modesto or up in Sacramento for Modesto Christian. And this weekend we'll be in Phoenix to play Bishop Gorman. Then we come home for a couple of days, fly to Florida. We get to spend Christmas at the house, and then we next day we hop on a plane to North Carolina. So that'll be a lot of fun. And then in January we get to play out in Boston and Hoop Hall East, which will be an unbelievable experience. So yeah, I think when the season rankings came out, I think we have 10 games, not including I'm assuming that we might make the Open Division playoffs this year, you know, assuming we get into that. You know, prior to the playoffs, I think we have 10 games against teams ranked in the top 25 in the nation. So we're trying to challenge ourselves, trying to get better.
Yeah, man, what a schedule. That's incredible. I'm curious, though. I wonder how many miles you guys are going to log this season. Have you calculated that? Is it like 10,000 miles? I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
No, I haven't calculated, but I need to. I mean, it really, truly is on the level of some, you know, like major Division I college basketball schedules. It really is. I mean, we have 3 East Coast road trips, and, you know, going west to east, I think is always difficult because of the time change. And, you know, so doing that is not, you know, that's not easy. And we're doing it playing that 8 games that we're doing it. So in those 8 games that we're going west to east, 4 of those are against teams that are top 25 in the nation right now. And then assuming if we are able to win a couple of those and get into the semis or the finals of these tournaments, you know, it could be like 6 teams in the top 25 doing that. So it's yeah, it's definitely, you know, it's definitely tough. But like I said, if we're going to have the attitude of we'll play anybody, anytime, anywhere, then you can't say it. You actually got to go do it. That whole talk is cheap thing is true. Like, so we got to go do it. So it'll be a challenge for sure. But hopefully at the end of the year, when the playoffs start, we'll be battle tested. We'll have been there and done that. So, you know, we won't be, you know, the moment won't be too big. And with a lot of returners coming back from last year, an exciting season. It is a lot of travel though. It is a lot.
That is, but you got to go where the games are, right? If you want to play those nationally ranked teams and go in those tournaments. And like you said, they want Centennial there. They want the Huskies as part of those tournaments. Coach, I'm curious though, has there been any talk of having some sort of a high school basketball March Madness, like a national tournament? Maybe they pick the top 16 or 32 teams in the country. And I know the basketball season's already long, but maybe give them another week or two to let them duke it out and crown a national champion.
I think that would be awesome. I saw that. I'm not sure if it was last year or the year before. Like, I thought like it might've been Max Preps put out like a pseudo top 16, and they were going to do like you know, saying, what if we did a 16 team, you know, tournament and, you know, held it, you know, I think they were saying like somewhere like in Kansas or Indiana, and did one of those things. And I was like, who can get on this? Like, we need somebody to sponsor this. Let's do it. That would be awesome. I know there's talks of like, you know, some teams trying to get together and form some stuff where they would be playing like a series against each other. I think that would be awesome. But to do something at the end of the year like that, where, you know, obviously you'd have to, you know, eliminate the prep schools, but, you know, like eliminate, you know, they already have their own thing. So let the other schools kind of do something similar. I think that would be awesome. I think that would be really, really cool. I'm all for it.
I think so, too. I'm thinking about, well, I mean, there's already kind of a rivalry now between you guys and Duncanville. I mean, there's certain schools I think people will be excited to see play each other in a national kind of tournament.
Yeah, we've gone to Duncanville the last 2 years, and I think we've lost by a combined like 6 points. So I was talking to their coach. The plan is right now, tentatively, for them to come out and play us next year, which would be that would be a lot of fun too. I'd be all for that. That would be great. But yeah, starting to get that kind of like rivalry, and not just doing like a like a cross city or a cross section, but now we're doing like a cross country. Well, not quite, but you know what I'm saying? Like, get some of these out of state rivalries going. That would be a lot of fun. I think that would be really cool. I think like true high school basketball fans would get behind it and support it too.
I think so too, for sure, Coach. Let me ask you, you kind of touched on it, the fact that just, last year was so great. How do you get these guys dialed in again and keep their focus again and not just kind of, rest on what happened last year, trying to, get it fired up again to try to make another deep playoff run? What's kind of the key in just keeping these guys motivated for something like that?
Man, I wish I knew the answer. That's been our biggest, probably, I would say, complaint so far with the teams this season is like I don't feel like we've practiced as consistently as we did last year. And I mean, I don't hold back. I'm not gonna like lie about it. I tell people the truth all the time. I tell my players the truth, and it's like we haven't been at that same level consistently this year, and I don't want winning for them to get boring. You know what I mean? And it never gets old. And I want them to understand that. And I feel like the way in which we lost the game at Duncanville was maybe kind of slap in the face, maybe like a little bit of a wake up call. After the game, we talked about it, and it's like, that's stuff that we don't do. Like we don't make crucial mistakes down the stretch. And we did. And, for our guys, that was the first time they had lost wearing the Centennial jersey in a year. Like, we had literally not lost in a year. Anytime we put on the Centennial jersey, now we've played in some events as Hoop Nation and stuff like that, but in the Centennial jersey, regular season games, even Section 7, all that stuff, we hadn't lost in over a year. And, we had this 34 or 35 game winning streak. It was awesome. And when that loss happened, you could just see the shock that it was like, oh my gosh, we lost. Now what do we do? And, the locker room was not a very nice place after that. Like there was a lot of upset guys, but hopefully it also refocuses us too. Hopefully it gets us back to where we need to be and understanding that we still have to get better. There's still room to improve.
Well, Coach, my final question is, with all this traveling, when do you set up the Christmas tree? When do you buy presents? How do you navigate around Christmas?
Man, luckily, I have the greatest coach's wife of all time. And so she's handling all of that. Like she told me the other day, like, are we going to talk about Christmas? Like, are we gifts? And, it's like one of those things where, you slide her the credit card and you're like, just don't completely break the piggy bank. But no, she's had to handle a lot of that stuff. Like, so I think in one of the trips I came back and we had she went out and bought like one of those fake Christmas trees, and I hate them. I always want the regular Christmas tree. I want to smell the Christmas tree in the house, and she hates it because it makes a mess. Yeah. So I came home to a fake Christmas tree and happened to deal with that. But when you're not around, you just gotta do whatever happens, you're gonna have to deal with it. So yeah, luckily she's great, and so she's kind of holding down the fort and taking care of that right now. So if anybody doesn't like their Christmas gift, they get to blame her, though.
Coach, listen, you are the best, man. I really always appreciate the time with you. Best of luck the rest of the way. I'm sure you guys are set up to have a big season, and Merry Christmas.
All right, same to you, and thanks for having me on.
Yes, sir. That is Josh Giles, head basketball coach for the Centennial Huskies here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach. That'll take us into our first break tonight. When we come back, we'll break down that San Jacinto football championship game in the SoCal Regional, and then also Cajon boys soccer join us live on the show. That's next here on the Inland Sports Show.
What up, y'all? It's Boostman here at the Boost Performance Center. I'm with my man, Pep Fernandez. Today, we're going to go over a couple training tips. If you know anything about what we do at the Boost Performance Center, we specialize in working with youth athletes. So today's drill is all about the ability to decelerate. Linearly, laterally, and backward. We're going to show you guys how to get these guys to stop on a dime. Check it out. Okay, so with my man Jay Bear over here, he's going to get into a 2-point stance. He's going to have that left foot up. And what we're going to do is he's going to burst out 5 yards. He's going to load and accept his body weight on the right foot, and then he's going to plant on the left foot. So when I say go, he's going to hit it full speed. Ready? Go. Accelerate. Load, plant. And he's going to hold that position and relax. One of the things that we like to do is once they start getting really efficient at 5 yards, then we'll hit it for 10 yards. So he's going to decelerate at 5. He's going to decelerate again at 10. Now, he wants to stop with the same leg he started with. So at the 5, he's going to stop with that left leg up. And at the 10, he's going to stop with that left leg up. Now, what's great about this drill is that I can hold him here as long as possible and have him re-accelerate, or it could be a quick hold and have him burst out again. Here we go. Left foot is up. Ready? Go. Go. Nice, and he's going to hold it right there. Okay, for this next drill, I'm back here with my guy Jay Bear. So we're going to hit the decel out of a lateral movement. So now we're going to straddle the line. And what I love about this drill and this series of drills is that we coach it the same in terms of the technique and how we decelerate. So he's going to be in a quarter squat position, athletic position here. So once he lateral runs, he's going to push off both legs into a powerful crossover step with that left foot or that left leg. Once he deceled, now he's going to load off the left leg, which is going to be his inside leg, and he's going to plant off the right leg. So let's see it here. Nice and low. Ready? Go. Low plant. Very nice, very nice. Okay, next we're going to hit that same decel technique, but out of a backward movement. So now Jay Bear is going to do a back pedal. He's going to be in a 2-point stance. That right foot is going to be up. He's going to back pedal 5 yards. He's going to load on that right leg and plant on that left leg. Again, we want to stop the same way that we started. He's going to keep that back pedal at about 50%. He's going to keep his shoulders nice and low. He's going to push off that front foot, step with the back foot on that pedal to start off. He's going to decel at the line. Ready? Go. Pedal, 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 pedal. Low plant. Very good, very good. So there you have it, our entire decel series that we work right here at the Boost Performance Center. It doesn't need to be sports specific. Kids need variety, and it's all about helping them become better all-around athletes. Boost man.
As USC fell to Utah for the second time this season. So what does it all mean? Well, it means USC dropped out of the national championship picture. The USC will actually play Tulane in the Cotton Bowl now, and Utah will go to the Rose Bowl against Penn State. So your 4 teams in the national semifinals, which does not include USC now. If they would have beat Utah, the Trojans would be one of them. But it's going to be Georgia against Ohio State and Michigan against TCU. One of those teams will win the national championship this year. And long, 49er fans, including myself, did not want to get this news that Jimmy Garoppolo, the quarterback for the 49ers, broke his foot yesterday against the Miami Dolphins, and he's projected to be out for the entire season. Now, the 49ers won the game 33-17, so I think that speaks well for the defense, the run game, and backup quarterback Brock Purdy, who can manage the team and hopefully get some wins and keep the 49ers in the hunt.
And we're back. Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at Teen Vision TV 16. We're going to take a look back at the San Jacinto football teams, not only the CIF Southern Section Championship in Division 6, but they went on to win the SoCal Regional as they pack the Jack out there for the SoCal Regional Division 3 AA. That leads us into our Big Boost Play of the Week. What a finish out there at the Jack. It came down to this. San Jacinto trailing with just over a minute to play, 45-42, when Darian Dortch finds his man Dylan Gresham. And Gresham was probably the best player on the field, and he made so many big plays. Now, Dortch combined for 7 touchdowns in all. He was fantastic. but Gresham made some big plays. That was the go-ahead touchdown, and here's Gresham with the interception to seal the win for San Jacinto. 49-45, the final score. That is our big boost play of the week. The game-winning touchdown and the INT to seal the deal for San Jacinto. So now they will travel up to Northern California to play for a state championship, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment. So let's check out some highlights from that game in the SoCal Regional. You'll remember head coach Eric Galliano said, let's pack the jack, and they all had a front row view of this guy, quarterback Darian Dortch. They scored 42 points in the first half out there at the jack, and Dortch did everything on the ground, through the air. He combined for 7 touchdowns in all. Dortch was off the hook, and San Jacinto needed all 42 of those first half points to make sure that lead would stand up in the end because University City from San Diego, they would come back. They would outscore San Jacinto 17-0 in the second half to go up 45-42. And then you just saw that big boost play of the week as Dortch was able to hit Gresham, and he did the rest, taking that one to the house. And actually, Dortch just got big hit. He was bleeding from the mouth, but he hung in there, man. He is a tough guy. But University City from San Diego, they gave the Tigers all they could handle. I got to be honest, in the first half, actually towards halftime and late in the second quarter, I thought San Jac might run away and build a big lead and get that separation. But University City kept it close, reeled them in the second half, and there was the game-winning touchdown by San Jacinto. So 49-45 was the final score in this one. Dortch with 7 touchdowns in all. Dylan Gresham with all those big plays on offense and defense. This guy has offers from all over the place, and he is electric on both sides of the football. Let's hear from Coach Eric Galliano, Darian Dortch, and also Dylan Gresham after the game to punch their ticket to the state finals.
Inland Sports.
Unbelievable. This is an unbelievable feeling, you know what I mean? Kids have worked their butts off. You know, they did a great job in the second half, keeping us off the field. You saw them start to slow the ball down. They made a couple mistakes. The defense bend but not break. A couple big stops. You know, they deserve it. They did an awesome job. Unbelievable feeling.
We got one more to go.
One more. Hey, we're here to do it, right? We've been doubted all years. It's the year of the Tiger. If you didn't know that, it's the year of the Tiger.
I heard you say at the end, just keep doing what you guys have done all season long. Like, even though there was less than 2 minutes to go, you guys were down. Dortch to Gresham, right? Like, I mean, same thing all season long.
Yeah, he found the hole. You know what I mean? They're trying to take away Vince because Vince went off in the first half. You know, running the football, it's an awesome job. I just can't, I've lost the words right now. I'm just so excited to see the turnout by everybody in the community. It's just for them. You see how excited we are here.
I was rolling out. I saw everybody like creeping up on me, and I just saw Dylan fit in the hole. I was like, he can make the play. It's third down. I could just toss him, dumped it off to him, did the races like every other week. I don't think anybody's caught him this year because he's a guy. That's the dude right there.
And as the quarterback, you got a lot of confidence. As soon as that ball gets in his hands, he can do a lot, right?
Yeah, we got playmakers around this field. I'm talking about David Myers, Dylan Gresham, Vincent Holmes, Malachi Brown. Man, I almost forgot about him. They do it all. They do it all. It's not just me. It's my O-line too. It's my defense for getting all those stops. They built the momentum. I love it all.
And Darren, you guys aren't done yet. One more to go, man.
One more.
Championship game. What would it mean for you guys to cap it off with a state title?
Well, we just had a pep rally on Thursday. All the alumni came, and we've done something for the community. This is the most packed I've ever seen our stands. Last week was packed at the CIF championship. I'm just loving it from all the people, all the community, everybody in the community. I love it.
Like I said, the only thing that was going through my mind is I needed to make a big play for my team, you know. It was either go big, go home. That's what I did. Went big, made the game-winning touchdown. It's as simple as that.
With the game on the line, did you want the ball in your hands? Like, let me decide this?
Absolutely, absolutely. I wanted my team to put their faith in me, and that's exactly what happened. You see the result.
So CIF Southern Section title, SoCal title, regional title, and now you're going
Now we're coming for state.
Finals.
Yes, sir.
One more to go.
One more. That would mean a lot. That would truly be a blessing for the school, the community. We have already the community going back on that, and I'm just looking forward to it.
Yeah, and Dylan Gresham about to break the inland area record for receiving touchdowns in a single season. I want to give a shout out to Coach Lunsford out there at San Jacinto who pointed that out. We were talking after the game, and he's like, yeah, Dylan Gresham going to break that single season mark. I think he's one behind right now. I think he has 28, and the record is 29. And I'm going to bet he's going to have at least one in that state championship game. So I'll have to double-check those numbers, but he's right there on the cusp of tying or breaking that single season record. All right, now that leads us into, well, it's the final high school football game of the season. It's the Ken Sporting Goods must-see game. If you want to hit the road and go up to Sacramento, give me a call. I'll hitch a ride. It's San Jacinto taking on the Grant Pacers. Now, Grant from Sacramento is a traditional powerhouse. In fact, I've seen them play once in person. They're really, really good. They traditionally have some really good teams, guys who have gone on to the NFL from Grant High School. And it was predetermined that the Northern California teams in these divisions would be hosting. So San Jacinto knew they would be on the road. So they will make that long trip up there to Grant for the Division III AA state championship. And so best of luck to Coach Galliano and the guys trying to continue this historic season for the Jack and put an exclamation point on the season with a state championship. So already D6 section champs, SoCal champs in Division III AA, and now trying to win a state title. San Jacinto on the road at Grant High in Sacramento for the state title, and that is your Ken Sporting Goods must-see game. Now, the San Jacinto Tigers are one of two teams that are the Tigers playing for state championships this weekend. We got San Jacinto at the high school level and Riverside City College, the Tigers, going back up to the College of San Mateo to play for the state championship. RCC 12-0 on the season. They have not lost. And when they go up to the College of San Mateo, it's actually a rematch of the 2019 state championship game in which RCC won. They beat San Mateo in the state final, so they'll try to do it again, this time on the road up there in Northern California. When we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, we will check in with the head football coach at RCC, Tom Kraft. That is next on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.
Hey guys, this is Jason at Ken Sporting Goods. We're almost to 1,000 Instagram followers. Tell your friends, like us, come down, see us. Thank you so much for your loyalty.
We are here at the Boost Performance Center with the Boost man himself, Ray Bass. And Coach Bass, I know there's a lot of parents out there that want to know, how do I get my kids faster? Boys, girls, doesn't matter the sport. We just want them faster, right?
Yeah. You know, and the first advice I can give parents is you want to get them enrolled with an expert, someone who actually knows how to get kids faster. And when I say expert, I'm talking about someone who actually understands, at least some extent, the science behind developing speed, and not someone that's just, you know, they're basing it off their history, you know, them being a former athlete. So that's really important. The second thing is you definitely want to enroll your child in a strength training program. You know, speed is an extension of strength. So if you want to get faster, you definitely have to get stronger.
Another great gridiron question here at the Boost Performance Center with the one and only Boost man, Ray Bass. What's up, guys? It's your boy Pep Fernandez from the Inland Sports Show. I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you. Thank you for your support over the last several years. In fact, we're going on year number 8 of the Inland Sports Show. It has certainly changed and evolved over the years, and you guys have been along for the entire journey. So Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. We're on social media, so if you're already following us or subscribing, great. But you can also tell your teammates, your people at school, your family, your friends. There's the Inland Sports YouTube channel, approaching 2 million views. We got several thousand subscribers. We appreciate it. And make sure you share with other folks who might not be subscribing. Same goes for Twitter. We're on Twitter as well. And if you're looking for immediate results, breaking news, we post pictures and shorter videos. Check us out on Twitter. That's inland_sports on Twitter. And we're also on Facebook. Yeah, we're still doing Facebook. In fact, we live stream the Inland Sports Show on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So if you're on Facebook, you can check it out there live on Wednesday nights at 6:05 p.m. We're also on the Gram, the IG. If you want to see pictures and shorter videos from a lot of the games and events that we go to, you can check it out on Instagram. So if you support us by following along on social media, thank you so much. And if you'd like to take that to the next level, Inland Sports also has a Venmo account. If you'd like to financially support the show, you appreciate the service we provide to the IE, you can do that as well. Again, this is just an opportunity to say thank you to all you guys out there who follow the Inland Sports Show. You watch the Inland Sports Show each and every week. Thank you guys so much, and the best is yet to come.
CBU basketball is the most exciting sports experience in the Inland Empire and the best value in Southern California. See every dunk, every magic play, and every win inside the beautiful CBU Event Center, Southern California's newest NCAA Division I arena.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show here at Teen Vision TV 16. Now join us here on the show as they get ready to play for a state championship once again. It is the head football coach at RCC, Tom Kraft. And Coach Kraft, first off, congratulations on punching your ticket back to a state finals, going up to the College of San Mateo this upcoming weekend. Let's rewind first off, going back to that win against Fullerton. Coach, you guys had 28 points in the first half, and you've got some great offensive weapons, but I feel like, at least in that game specifically, the defense really rose to the occasion. When you think about that win against Fullerton, what jumps out at you?
Well, a couple of things. I think it was really important for us to get out early, and we had two good opening touchdown drives, and did most of our scoring in that first half, as you mentioned. But we had the ball one series and one play in the third quarter, and our defense couldn't quite get off the field, but they were awesome in the red area. They had three plays in the red area. Fullerton did on three series, and I think they came away with just 3 points. So that was a real big plus and a positive for us, how our defense rose up in that situation for us.
You know, Coach, after the game, I had the chance to hear a little bit of your message to the guys about just being a special, unique group this season. Can you kind of echo what you said on Saturday to your Tigers about just being, a very special, unique group? There's not a group like this.
Well, we're calling them the Road Warriors now. We get on a bus and play every game, whether it's supposed to be a home game or not. We get on a bus and go travel, and now we're going to take a real long bus drive up to the Bay Area. But no, I think they are. They're a group that don't have the best of everything. We don't have great facilities. Our infrastructure's not great for football at Riverside City College, but we put our heads down, go to work, and focus on our kids, and they have just done a marvelous job under the adversity that they've faced, and their perseverance and resilience is obvious. And I'm really proud of them, and our coaching staff's proud of them and their work ethic.
Well, Coach, what you do have the best of, statistically speaking, the best quarterback and the best receiver in the entire country in the Retzlaff brothers. Nobody has more yards, more touchdowns than Jake at QB and Reggie at receiver. What have they meant to the program this year?
Well, they're totally overrated. they're having a video game year. I mean, you don't. Reggie's got 19 touchdowns. Jake's got over 4,500 yards and over 44, 45 touchdowns. I mean, it's he was at Golden West last year, and he had 23 touchdowns. And he threw for 59%. And he's almost doubled that. And we dropped 4 balls on Saturday, and he's had 6 interceptions on deflections. He could be a 70% thrower for us, and he's really worked hard in the pocket and trying to improve his platform. He's great off platform when he's out of the pocket and throwing on the run. He can change arm angles, but they're both high character kids. They're hard workers and tremendously competitive. And Jake's got to be one of the best he's probably going to be our 3rd California State Player of the Year in 5 years. I mean, he's one of the best all time. There's no doubt. So those 2 kids have meant a lot to the program. And, Reggie, when he got hurt last year and broke his collarbone, ended up filling in and coaching for us. So they're both have high football IQs, very intuitive, and we're really fortunate and glad to have them.
All right, Coach, let's go ahead and look at the state championship game. It's a rematch with College of San Mateo. You saw those guys in 2019. You got that victory on that season. 31-14 was that final score. As you go on the road, again, you guys are used to going on the road, but as you go up the road to the Bay Area to play for the state championship, what do you think you guys have to do well to come away with that win and the state title?
Well, first of all, their special teams is the best in the state. They've got a return man that's also their tailback. He's got track speed. He's the Northern California Player of the Year. And we've really got to do a great job of kick coverage, which we have not done. We've been working in that area. We've got some things that we think we can clean up, but that's going to be a big challenge for us, the special teams, that matchup. That really favors them. Next is their defense. Their defense is very good. They've got great team speed. They are good up front in the defensive line. One of their backers is tremendous in regards to speed. He's a great hitter. They've got good cover corners. Their safeties are good hitters. They play their angles very well, and they're going to be a big challenge for us. Offensively, their quarterback's a good athlete. He can run, but he's not a dual threat type of guy, but he's resourceful enough and he can extend plays. High percentage thrower. They don't do a lot with him down the field. They're big on their run game and play action and their boot. Their offensive line is all sophomores, and they have 2 groups of them. There's 10 offensive linemen. So they like to wear you down. They don't take a lot of high risks in their offense, and they let special teams and defense do the work for them. So they're going to present a big challenge. We've got to get first downs first and foremost, and try to hang on to the ball. Turnovers are going to be a big factor. They were not against Fullerton. We had the only turnover of the game, and we were able to come out on top. So turnovers will be critical. We got to take care of the ball, and they don't turn it over a lot. So it's 2 of the best teams in the state of California, without a doubt.
And finally, Coach, obviously 2019 state champions, but last season you came so close to win another state title. At least for your sophomores, I mean, how important do you think it is for them, those guys who played in that game last year, to come back and maybe finish the job this season around?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for them, and it's unique. I mean, this is our 3rd trip in a row to the state championship, and last year we were shut down because of COVID testing and those type of things, and really was remarkable that we got to the state championship with that team, and should have came away with the win. We missed a 42-yard field goal, and Cesar Chavez didn't miss anything from inside 50. And he missed that 42-yarder, and we dropped a scrape fade and had a pass interference on our last drive that didn't get called, and almost won the game. And so it's great to have another opportunity this year. And we look forward to going up there with our sophomores and our new people, our new freshmen. We have some transfers and a lot of freshmen that are going to get a lot of good experience off this trip.
Well, Coach Kraft, I really appreciate the time. Congratulations on that big win for the SoCal title against Fullerton, and one more to go this week against the College of San Mateo. So thank you, Coach Kraft. Really appreciate the time, and best of luck this weekend.
Thanks a lot, Pep. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, sir. That is RCC head football coach Tom Kraft here on the Inland Sports Show. Another big game coming up for the Tigers. Final college football game of the season. That'll lead us into another commercial break here on the Inland Sports Show. When we come back, we'll talk some Cajon High School soccer next on the Inland Sports Show.
What up, guys? Boostman here at the Boost Performance Center. You're watching the Inland Sports Show with the one and only Pep Fernandez. What up, y'all? Coach Bass here, going to break you with a quick 2 cents. As a strength conditioning coach, I focus 60% of my time on effort with my athletes. The reason why is, what else can I expect? Yes, I can improve their athletic performance, but effort transcends sports and affects the way these young men and women approach every aspect of their lives. That's having an impact, and that's why I do what I do. Boost Man.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, you know. Customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time, and then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Inland Sports Show. We've been talking a lot of high school football, college football, and right now we're talking some football with these guys are the champions of the Norte Vista High School Tournament, which is one of the best tournaments in the IE, some really good programs. Rafael Lara, the head coach of the Cowboys from Cajon High School, your Novi Tournament champions. Coach Lara, first off, congratulations. We were just talking off camera a little bit. This Norte Vista tournament always has some really good teams. So for you guys to win the tournament title, I mean, that means something, doesn't it?
Absolutely. What a great way to start the year for our program, for soccer, for Cajon soccer.
And you met a very good Riverside Poly team in that championship match. You guys won 3-2. Kind of break down that championship match. What did you guys do well to get that win against the Bears?
It's, typical soccer, it becomes lot of strategies, a lot of we were actually up 2-0 at halftime, and they came back and came back strong in the second half. Made us work for it. They tied up the game, and we put in a late winner to win the championship.
You know, Coach, I was going through your non-league schedule. You've played some really good teams so far, you know, in your non-league play. How do you think that might help this team down the road when you get to Citrus Belt League action and hopefully a playoff run as well? When you're playing good teams and maybe even playing some close games, how do you think that might pay off in the long run for you guys?
Well, that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the reason why we shuffle the schedule a lot more this year than the past. For the same reason, we want to kind of get a little bit more different competition, get us ready for the league, and then the league get us ready for CIF as well.
You know, Coach, you know, we were talking, again, off camera a little bit, but you've been with the program for several years. You're with Coach Araujo, and you guys have had some really good teams at Cajon High School. What do you feel like the expectation is, the goal for this season for this year's squad?
Well, every year, obviously, we believe in what we do. So every year I know we've had really great teams, and it's just getting over that hump. You know, it's very hard to kind of get over that hump on those very hard, important games, whether it's league or CIF. We're always right there, but we can't get past that. But that's exactly why we're trying to look at all that early in the year and start building since now so they could get us ready preparation-wise for Citrus Belt League and for CIF.
Yeah, you guys have come so close, right, to that league championship in the CBL, and you've got to the playoffs and, you know, and won a game or two, but you haven't made that deep playoff run in CIF. Maybe this is like the $1 million question, but what do you think the secret is to just, you know, getting hot at the right time, maybe late in the season to make a deep playoff run and maybe win a league title?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the goal. We're trying to get the whole team involved. Keep rotations healthy. That way we get injuries, avoid injuries. On top of these kids, grades, injuries, and keep them motivated and working for something and everybody for the same goal. So we're looking at it as they say, it's a marathon. It's not a race. It's a marathon. We got to look at it in the long run, and just obviously look at the little things that have avoided us from winning those important games in the past and learn from it. And we have a lot of returners this year that went through the heartbreak loss last year in CIF. So I made sure to put some reminders for them this year when they came back and let the new guys know what it was about and kind of let everybody pick up right where we left off. So it's not doesn't surprise us again coming up this year.
You know, Coach, that's a great segue into my next question. You had some really talented seniors last year, but the guys that are returning, would you kind of describe this year's Cajon team as heavy with returning players or on the younger side, or maybe a blend of the two?
It's a good blend. It's a really good blend. But yeah, we have a lot of good seniors that lived it last year. We lost some very great talented players, seniors last year. But these guys are relentless. I mean, they took it upon themselves to take over the team, be the seniors this year of the team. And but I always talk to the young guys. We have 2 freshmen on the varsity team right now. Almost every year we try to acknowledge a freshman, bring them up, and build them. And I always let them know it's not. Don't wait for your senior year. Make it happen now. Make this your year. Don't wait till you're a senior. Mm-hmm. Every senior is going through it right now, and they all know the pain and the hard work they're putting into it. So don't wait on that. Put in the hard work just like they're doing, and that'll hopefully bring the whole team up at the same level and try to win it. Try to win everything as you can, as much as you can now, not tomorrow or next year.
Coach, you know, winning the Norte Vista tournament, what do you think this can do for the confidence of this team early on in the season, knowing that they can beat other good teams?
We had some really good teams there. We roughed out. I mean, it's winning those close games. That's really all. The main thing is winning the close games. We've been there. I believe we've been the better team most of the time. At times when we've lost, but if you can't find a way to win those close games, you're not gonna succeed at the end of the day. And that's just it. It's a lot of it. The skills there, the project is there. The system is there. It's maybe mental. Getting these kids mentally prepared and letting them know what it is. And half of the battle is mental. That's the way I like to see it.
And finally, Coach, let's do a little name dropping. Who are some of the guys that we're going to be talking about on the Cajon soccer team this year that you think going to kind of be your standout guys to do the heavy lifting, carry a lot of the weight this year?
Well, we have a lot of great talent, But I'll start off just by shouting out the three captains. We have captains Leo Barajas, our center back. We have Danny Rojas, our center attacking mid. And we have Angel Zamora, our 9, our striker. So those three guys all three of them are seniors. They're captains, and they're carrying the team as much as they can. But, I mean, it would be unfair of me not to name a bunch of other kids. I mean, we have great seniors, great juniors, and sophomores putting in a lot of work in this squad right now. And even the freshmen, we have some freshmen putting in heavy minutes already, starting up. So that says a lot for what we're doing now and what's coming in the future.
Yeah, it's good to have strength right up the spine, right? Your center back, your attacking mid, up top, like right up the middle, man. You got some great players, it sounds like.
And don't forget our starting goalkeeper, Kevin Alvarez, is also a senior. So those 4 guys right down the middle, exactly. Well said.
Well, Coach Lara, listen, I really appreciate the time. You jumped on here at last minute because I saw you guys won that Novi title. I'm like, we got to get this guy on. We got to talk some Cowboy soccer here. So I really appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and your. Oh, there it is. That's awesome.
It is. I made sure to bring it. That way you can put it in here.
That is Coach, that is a big trophy. That's a big deal.
Yeah, the guys, I mean, we're still a little stoked about it, but we got a busy week already. Wednesday, we play Arroyo Valley on Wednesday, and then on Friday we play Granite Hills. So we got to stay busy this week. Tomorrow's light recovery, and keep the guys on their toes.
Keep the foot on the gas. Just keep going right at this point.
Absolutely.
Coach, beautiful trophy. Merry Christmas. Congrats on the win, and hopefully we can catch up again down the road.
Thank you. Hopefully, and same thing. Celebrating something else, right?
That's right. Maybe another tournament title, a CBL championship. Who knows, right?
Absolutely. That's the plan. Thank you.
That is Rafael Lara, the head soccer coach, football, depending what you call it, here on the Inland Sports Show. Thank you so much, Coach Lara. That was awesome. Appreciate it. All right, that's going to do it for this edition of the Inland Sports Show. We appreciate you tuning in each and every week. A big shout out to our director, Johnny Nunez, behind the scenes here at Teen Vision TV 16. My name is Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. God bless you.